Hey guys, in the previous video, we discussed about the first two steps that needs to be taken in order to arrive at some conclusion of what exactly the problem is. Um, Assuming that you know that which application is affected and if we assume that okay, your analytics tool is okay, there is no problem in that. The third step that needs to be followed is to start from in a broad analysis and then narrow it down. So, as a product manager, when you make a product, you always consider several aspects, industry aspect, macro aspects. So, you should always do a PESTEL analysis. PESTEL analysis. It's a very common acronym. Most of you would be aware about it, but for those who don't know, it stands for political, economic, social, it's technological, right? Technological, it's this is environment, and this is legal. So you should consider all these aspects, whether there has been some change in these aspects in the environment that you're working in. The point is that this is to verify that the change is whether it's due to your mistake or something that you have done, or is it something extraneous or something outside your control, and that is having a spillover into your sales, your product, and something that you need to consider. Uh, Probably you can also ask about at this point about some taxes, that whether have been taxes increased. This is just an example, so that the disposable income of your consumers may have decreased, and spending power of your target demography, spending power of target demography. This is something also that you can confirm whether there has been some change specific to that. Is it region specific? Is it region specific? For example, if you're working pan India, maybe some issue has come in the north region but not in the south region, etc. Another very important aspect, which again people just assume by themselves, but they should consider it, they should verify it, is the COVID impact. People assume it is COVID, some people assume it is non-COVID, but this is something that you should verify from the interviewer. You don't know whether to consider it or not, and there is no hard and fast rule or some percentage that I can give you to verify, okay, in most of the cases it will be non-COVID, or in most of the cases it will be COVID, right? So there is no fixed pattern to this. I have seen questions in both the directions. So please consider this, because this is very important and can again change the direction in which you have to consider these pestle analysis. Right. So in the fourth point, although see the reason behind it, the question is being posed to you is because something wrong that probably most likely you have done, something wrong that you have done. But still, it is nevertheless, it is okay if you ask whether it is due to our release, something that we have released recently, or is there some sister release, basically some other product manager in your company has made some release due to which this issue might be coming, right? And if it is your product or even your sister release, ask what was the purpose of release, what was it that we're trying to achieve. This is where you're trying to understand, okay, why we made the change. It may so happen, it's a it's kind of a rare occurrence, but it may so happen that whatever is happening, the decline in sales or the increase in sales or whatever anomaly that you're observing, it may actually be something that was previously considered. A lot of times what happens is that several tech support teams, several members of the tech support team or the development team are not aware of the change or the repercussion of that change completely, and hence they raise it as an issue. So in the end, it's not an issue, but it is being raised as an issue. So it may so happen that it is an expected change, but it has been raised unnecessarily to you as an issue. So you need to confirm what changes were exactly made, right? Now, even if you are told the change, it is still advisable. Let's assume that there is, let's say, whatever COVID, non-COVID, you did the patch analysis, you got some input, but nothing much concrete out of it. Then you realize, okay, it is your product. You found about the purpose of the release. You found about the changes that have been made. Mostly, mostly the interviewer will not tell you this directly. And if he doesn't tell you directly, then he certainly wants you to go through the user journey. He wants you to go through the user journey.